So, ladies and gentlemen, there's many players in the Montreal Canadiens of the 1970s that, by right, should have their name in the Stanley Cup because they were, strong part of their winning squads. And one of them is kind of bad luck, and I think with rules now, he probably wouldn't have gotten a Stanley Cup. We're going to talk about the very talented Dan Newman. Now, Dan Newman, originally from Windsor, Ontario, played defense, but he was more like a kind of a Rick Chartrand type forward. Now, he basically became known to NHL scouts after a very interesting professional career. Now, with the Port Huron Wings of the IHL, he became, one of the most sought-after young players that were undrafted. Now, according to Internet Hockey Database, his big season was 75-76 with the Port Huron Flags, where he got 84 points, including 39 goals, and eventually ended up in the Rangers program. Had two very important seasons. 77-78, he had 9 goals and 8 assists, and 77-78, he had 5 goals and 13 assists. But ladies and gentlemen, this is where it got quite interesting, and he said this in published reports. He said, I found out that the Rangers had left me go. He said, I thought my career was over, and I get this phone call, and he said, I played 100 games in the NHL, and Montreal picked me up on waivers. Now, he played 16 games for them in the 78-79 season, and also saw some time in the minors for Voyageurs, and he picked up some strong numbers. Again, he was playing defense and offense, 24 goals with the Voyageurs, and he was dressed for one game in the playoffs, and eventually did not have his name engraved on the cup because the regulation at the time you had to hit the ice and not just dress. Now, he was sent with Dave Lumley to the Edmonton Oilers for a draft pick, which eventually turned out to be Rick Nattrass. And in 79-80, he split time with the Broom Dusters of the AHL and the Apollos of the CHL. And he played 10 games with Edmonton with 3 goals and assists. And that was the Gretzky. He played with Wayne Gretzky. So, almost got his name in the Stanley Cup, played with Wayne Gretzky. But what standard with Dan Newman is his untapped talent. A lot of people consider his offensive and defensive skills some of the best, sort of like a project. But I mean, to play 100 games in NHL with that strong Ranger squad in the late 70s. And what really stands out too, a lot of the girls at my middle school and high school, they liked Dan Newman, very handsome guy. And when he played his first game in Montreal, even my mother said, who's that nice guy? He looks like Murdoch with the Rangers. Well, I said, no, he's a handsome guy. So it was kind of weird because Montreal had a lot of young players at the time, Pat Hughes and Mark Napier and Mike Polish and a few others. And, even though they get limited time, Lumley got limited time, it was a great time back then because he had the Michael J. Fox kind of John Travolta haircut. But Dan Newman always stands out because Montreal needed a little bit of toughness that year. And even though he didn't take many penalties, he never did anything to damage himself on the ice. Very, very, from what I heard, a very cerebral player. So Dan Newman almost on the Stanley Cup. And I don't know how many people from Cotham, Ontario, COTTAM, are on the Stanley Cup. I would figure maybe, 2 or 3. But I like to go back in time and say to the NHL, some of these players that should be on the Stanley Cup, you should, make room in them or give them a plaque. I believe that anybody that is part of a Stanley Cup winner, regular season or playoffs, should get a Stanley Cup plaque. I'd like to see that because everybody can say, if Dan Newman talked to somebody and said, as part of the Stanley Cup team, well, he said, how come your name's not there? That's not fair. He played 16 games in a regular season. He deserved to have his name in the Stanley Cup because, the Voyageurs in Montreal, a lot of the players either were forgotten or he contributed, but I heard he got a share of the playoff money, so that's good. So, ladies and gentlemen, this COVID Monday, we wish you happy New Brunswick Day. We'll talk to you later. Bye.